Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, I'll be your friendly chairman today because we are chairing a hearing of the All-Star Squadron today. Those who may be joining us, expecting us to continue on with our Spires of Paradar campaign, unfortunately, due to time change, the daylight savings has kind of thrown our schedule up for another week because at present, at the time of recording, North America has gone through daylight savings, but Europe has not, so things are kind of all over the fucking place. But because we hate making waste or of a session, today we're going to be taking out two Golden Age heroes from the DC universe for a spin, using Savage Worlds' outstanding superpower companion that we've been having a lot of fun with in the last couple of months. And with me today to take out this Savage All-Star tale are some of the luminaries of the channel here. Oh, if I can get you guys to change your display names as well. For this, that'll really screw up John from when we log in. Like, why is there in the flash? I'll go the order. I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up is Darren.
Yep, Darren here. I am changing up, so no longer the Angel. Today we're going to be the Flash.
Nice. And joining him is Ingolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Hawkman this session.
Nice. So, guys, we're not going to stand on ceremony here. These are characters. We just finished writing up the, or entering the characters into the chat. These are part of the, I'm doing a year-long, well, we'll see if it goes for the full year, but so far, at the time of recording, I've been posting a new a superhero using the Savage World Super's Companion every day on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and these are part of that conversion process. So, guys, let me tell you about two things that brought our heroes together. One of them is the Flash, Jay Garrick, your home city is Keystone City. Keystone City is one of those fictional cities in the DC universe. And it is and sometimes not. It is across the river from Central City, where the modern day Flash is located. Our story will take place in the Golden Age, so it's some indistinct time in the early 40s. The war is going on, but America is not yet at war. But the threat of Bundists and whatnot back home still remains the same. There is also, I want to tell you how Hawkman comes into this. He has a long-term adversary named Ian Karkull. Ian Karkull is a German mystic who seems to have an uncanny connection to Hawkman as well. Hawkman, what you've learned is that Karkull, through some Bundist agents, has apparently taken a particular interest in some kind of obsidian mirror. An ancient artifact on display in the museum at Keystone City, and it's only at the kind of the last minute that you'd heard that, fuck, this is what's going on. You beat up some guy in. Now they gave Hawkman a city after the fact, which I can't remember what it is. It was in the 90s. He doesn't have like a standard thing, so. And then there was a Louisiana city he was in. But in any event, we'll say New York City for Carter. You quickly came over, met up with your buddy, Jay Garrick, and our scene is going to open up with you guys coming over. We can do flashbacks and whatever we need to do as well. And to keep it interesting, we're going to assume that both of you have conviction already. Conviction is something you can spend to add a 1d6 modifier to your roll afterwards. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and see what's going on here. So I think in the film version or the comic book version of our adventure, what we would see is this lovely park, as is the case in the recent wonderful Walking Dead series. We'll be having Calgary stand in for a different city. So Keystone City looks an awful lot like modern day Calgary, but what you would see is this beautiful, park that leads up to the museum itself. There's a big, thing, the treasures of Akkad, I think is what the description for this thing is. And among those treasures is the obsidian mirror. The thugs you see on the left side of the map there, those are all guys who have that, clearly they're not clones, but I'm just going to use the same token for all of them, but they have that look of baddie. They have the thug look. They're dressed in ill-fitting suits, but they look pretty scruffy or whatnot. One guy and his girlfriend come up, and they're trying to get into the museum, and this guy kind of stops him. And he's a little scrappy character who wants to, he's trying to take his dame out for a night in the town. He's like, "Hey, buddy, watch your hands." And the guy says in a clearly accented English, "This exhibit is closed." And he says, "Hey, my girl wants to see the treasures of Akkad. This is a public place. I'm gonna," and wasting no more time, another guy comes up beside him and boom, hits him on the head. Girl screams, and this is where our heroes come. Flash, you come zipping up, screeching to a halt here, and Hawkman, you kind of land next to him. Let's assume that you guys have given one another the basics of what to expect. Karkul is a sorcerer who seems to use some kind of bizarre shadow magics, but nothing that a good mace to the face doesn't cure in past. But you can see each of those thugs that are out there, being the clever or the perceptive superhumans that you are, you would note that they are each carrying at least one, what do you call it? They're all carrying heaters, guns. So, anything you guys wish to role play with one another before we start drawing some cards?
I think the situation is pretty clear to Hawkman, so
Okay.
no more words necessary.
Let's
All
clean
right.
up the streets.
Now, does the Flash have the quick advantage?
He certainly
Or
does.
edge? It's either, okay, that means you get 2 cards and take the better of the 2. Let's see.
I think it's actually if you get a 6 or under, you get a
That's what it was. Yeah. So the second one is going to go to Hawkman. So what I love about the compendium in here is that you guys know the game better than I do.
It's just because I got level-headed, and that's the one where you get to.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool. All right. So then that's for you guys. That's right. And then the thugs. Let's see here. We'll put their card over there. King. It's King Conan. All right. So first off, you guys each have 3 bennies to start. You'll be getting a benny every half hour. Anybody want to spend a benny? Oh, and I can't remember. Does Hawkman have quick as well?
Nope.
Okay. Then right now it looks like the baddies are winning. Anyone want to spend a benny to get a new card?
Yeah. No, I mean, they're at a disadvantage already, so let them start.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so with you guys appearing, and I think they've we'll assume that they've seen you as well. All right, I was just double checking the range. Man, I love how simple it is to learn to look up shit in Savage Worlds. All right, so let's see here. I have set this up to scale. So let's see how far away you guys are. 76 yards away. So that means I'm going to my thug stats to here. And let's see here. That is extreme range. So I don't think... -8 to hit. I think the chances of our intrepid thugs hitting any of you guys. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so let's do 4 on Hawkman. Hawkman, what's my penalty to hit you at range?
So I don't really understand. So he says it says -4 to hit Hawkman if he can freely fly, but he is not flying right now, I suppose.
Let's assume he is flying. because you sort of flew in. I said you landed, but I can't imagine why you would if that is harder. So you have -4 to hit you when you can fly. That's from your speed.
Yeah.
And and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then flash, is it -10?
Yeah, it's just -10.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So I need effectively 4 plus the range is 8. So I need a 12. I need a 22 to hit flash. Let's start with that. Okay. I got 2 exploding dice, so it's partway there. I got 3 exploding dice and a fucking 1. So I got a 19 on you. So they're all starting to fire down at you. And then on Hawkman, I've only got 2. Let's see here. Not even a single exploding dice. So bad guys have opened fire. They clearly, and they're all, of course, carrying Lugars. So no need to know where their allegiance is. Flash, you're up next. What are you doing?
I am gonna run in.
Okay. Reminder, you can't space your movement out between actions, too, in this game, really.
Yeah. So let's move him over. I will probably do a couple of laps round a few of them.
Yeah, I say, like, I think you remember, make sure you count it out, because you can only move 3,600 yards.
Yep. So it'll do a sort of few passes round.
Yeah.
And then sort of appear in the middle of these guys here.
Okay.
And he's just gonna lay up a punch in there.
Okay, so let's talk about his action. So your one of your powers is the extra attack, which allows you to ignore 2 points of multi-action penalties. Do you have frenzy as well?
He hasn't got frenzy, no.
I got frenzy. Okay, so then
no.
See here.
So he can have 2 attacks without penalty.
Yep.
So if he had 3 attacks, would it be -2 on all of them?
If he's doing 3 attacks, it would be -2 on all of them. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to try that.
And he can just move through, like, move from one to another.
Yeah.
Okay,
so it'll start with this guy here.
Here we go. Knuckle sandwich.
There we go. -2. There we go.
Okay, and
That is a rubbish start.
Yeah, you want to Benny that?
Yeah, I can't have that for the first roll. That's,
definitely not.
That's ridiculous.
There you go. Yeah, that's a hit, not a raise. Go ahead, roll damage. And
there we go.
Yeah. One goes flying through along the street. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Yep. So second attack. -2.
That's actually a miss.
Oof.
You know, Benny that?
Yeah, he is gonna. Yeah.
You got just 3 minutes off and get your next Benny. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Not good. You know, follow up with your third one on him.
Yeah, and the last roll.
Go.
-2.
Oh, it's a miss as well.
Okay.
God dang. All right, so you come in and well, the first one is a huge wallop. The second one is a miss. You can leave yourself wherever you want as well.
Yeah.
You're that fast.
Yeah, so he's just going to sort of finish somewhere around here, so he's nearby.
You got it. All right, then it is Hawkman's turn. We need Hawkman.
Yeah, so I think Hawkman flies over here, just attacking the middle one first and then trying to attack the left and the right one as well.
You got it. Okay.
Works out. So
go right ahead.
Yeah.
Mace to the face.
Yes, and let's see. So
hey, big money. Oh, yeah. Hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah. Just a little bit. Holy smokes. Oh, I'm going to double check one thing here.
So, okay, so then the next one.
Plus 2d6. Oh, are we doing... Oh, yeah, because you're frenzy. Well, Frenzy, what it
Yeah.
allows you to do is roll an extra skill dice, and you pick whether it's your wild dice or your skill dice you use. Unless
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think you got...
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. So, poof. Go ahead and roll this. We'll just look at the skill dice for this next one.
Ooh.
Oh, now, you could Benny that.
Yeah, I think I would just
Okay.
hit reroll and see. Again.
Now, because you spent your Benny, though, we can use that wild dice instead.
Okay.
So that the 6 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And the guy below you or above you?
Yeah, below me. I
Below you.
suppose.
Yeah, so...
Oh.
Whoa! Like that too. These guys are just brain. Now, you could also move yourself really wherever you like, because you are that quick.
So I think it just approaches the last guy and tries the third action. So this would be -4 then, or minus something?
The way I'm really is whatever you, as long as you move, we're assuming you don't need to move the full distance of it. As long as you're moving at the speed that you're moving, I'm fine applying the penalty. Okay, so, all right. So end of round 1, guys. Run around 2.
That's okay.
And let's see here. We'll go Flash. I'll just go the order I got you guys on the screen. Hawkman. Jack, nice. And the Bundists. Queen. God dang. Anyone want to spend any bennies?
No.
Let me see if this changes your mind. Everyone gets a Benny. It's 1 o'clock my time.
Yeah, okay, come on. And then let's go.
All right. That is, a 3. So you take the higher of the 2 in Savage Worlds.
Okay, so yeah, then
all right.
I take the Jack count.
Then if you're not taking them, then it is the Bundes up first. All right. So the ones on top, let's think they're going to fire at the flyer. So we got 4 shots on you, Hawkman. Let's see here. The range is less. That's only 12 yards now, which puts it in short range. So that's a 4 -4, so I need an 8 to hit you. So that's here. That is 1 exploding dice. Ooh, I hit with a raise. And damage. Is, let's see here. Oh, 2d6, right? Or 3d6 with a raise. Let's see. An 8. Does that even beat your toughness?
Nope.
Nice. So one of them kind of zings. It ricochets off of one of your, maybe your helmet or your the what do you call it? The apparatus you're wearing. And then Flash, we have only 3 left to shoot at you. You guys are breaking all my toys here. Flash, it's -10 to hit you, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a 14. So I got a 1 exploding dice. Nope. So they're all firing at you, trying to get a hit on you. That is not a success. Next up is Hawkman. What are you doing? Oop.
Yeah, and this one there is right next to me. It's very convenient.
Okay.
So I think I would just get him out of my way and then proceed to the next one.
You got it.
So let's try to hit him.
See here?
Yeah, that will be enough. So let's see if this mace is any good.
Oh, remember, you can also wild attack if you want to get a +2.
Yeah, I know, but
Leaves you easier to
I
hit
think
them.
he's also in this state of mind. I mean, not to beat them to pulp.
Yeah, fair enough. That is a hit, not a raise. Go roll damage. Wham! Yeah. So another one down, and that wild die would be a hit. So just roll again, see if you get a raise with your frenzy.
Yeah. Roll. Maybe hit reroll.
Yeah, you can just hit reroll, and then there you go.
Yes.
And it's a hit with a raise with that skill dice. So go ahead and roll damage.
That's 18.
Jeez. So you flying out, wham, 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 wham. 4 of them all drop down.
So Jay, this one is for you.
Okay. You can also you can still move as well.
Yeah, but I think I'm already there. Maybe helping up the poor guy who was knocked over.
All right. Then it is Flash's turn. What are you doing, Flash?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can do this with the rules, but can he run up the side of the building?
I'm so glad you asked. Yes, you fucking can. If you give us...
He's got free runner.
Two ways of doing this. One of them is you just spend a Benny to stunt your power, and we act as if you bought the wall crawler ability with that. So you would just zoop up there. The other thing is let's just make a athletics check. See if you can get enough speed to run up the wall. So whichever way you want to, one guarantee success if you're spending the Benny, the other one, and then will technically last for 3 rounds as well. Or you can just give us a athletics check. I think it'll be athletics, no modifier. So which one do you want to do?
Yeah, he's just going to go for his normal. So he's going to use athletics. He's just going to
go right ahead.
He's done this many times before, so he's just going to give it a go.
Yep. So you scamper up the side of the wall.
He goes flying up.
Yep.
He's going to attack 3 times again, so it'll be -2 on each of these.
Okay, and remember, he also can Wild Strike. What Wild Strike does gives you +2 to hit. You become vulnerable -2, but again, you're already -10 to hit you. So it'd just be a paltry -8 to hit you then.
Yeah, no, I think, he's going to do that.
Okay, so then it's 3 attacks as normal.
Okay.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
That's the first one.
It's okay. Boom, one's down.
Yep. Second one.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that's not great. He is... you could spend a Benny to re-roll damage. That will just be shaken then.
He's going to re-roll it.
Okay. Yeah, he's out.
And then he'll speed on to the last one for this.
Ooh, that is a miss. You want to Benny that?
No. He's just going to run up to the end of the building here.
Got it. And because of your evasion edge, they don't get a attack of opportunity as you're pulling away.
Extraction, yeah.
Yeah. It's extraction, right? Not evasion.
Yeah.
All right. And a round 2, guys. Round 3. Let's see your flash. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no. You didn't get less than 6. Okay, so there's Flash. There's Hawkman. Joker! Everyone gets a Benny and a Hawkman. You get +2 to attack and damage for today, or for this round. All right. And they're on a 2. Oh, man. Hawkman, you get to choose when you wish to go.
Yeah, I think I would jump into the air.
Yep.
And do a triple attack. So strike each one of those above and then dive to the ground to hit the last one.
Yep. So then it'll be... So here's the thing. Because it's a multi-action penalty, what you're going to get is 2 opportunities to frenzy.
Okay.
Right? So you'll be rolling... give us... Basically roll your attack, then hit re-roll, and we'll look at the 2 skill dice and the wild dice.
Yeah. So, wait a minute. So with the Joker, it's -2 for the 3 attacks, I suppose.
Yes,
and
-2.
if I use how is it called?
Wild Strike.
Wild Strike.
Yeah, wild attack.
Just
so that would offset it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I would just use the normal
3
attack,
normal attacks. Love it.
So this one, the first one, that hits maybe.
That's a hit with a raise, and so we'll roll them twice. Just because then we can know whether you take the wild dice or take the second skill dice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right now you've got a hit on one of them, but the wild dice and the second skill dice are a miss. Do you want to Benny the whole thing?
No, I think I don't need to use frenzy here. I could just use the next attack on the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be.
And you got if you're doing 3 attacks, you're going to be rolling this combo 3 times. So that first one, knocks them out. Go ahead and roll attacks twice for the second one.
Yeah, so this is reroll 1 and reroll 2.
So that is a hit and one hits without a raise. So go ahead and roll damage first.
Yeah, that should be enough.
And then go ahead and roll damage on the second one. This one was not a raise. Yeah. Okay. So what does it look like as we see Hawkman swoop around and take all these guys out?
Yeah, I think it just with one swift motion through the air, he just picks his last target and knocks him out. And
love it. Okay. Then with oh boy, Anna's cheering for you. All right. So now with those down, you guys do a quick survey. I guess Flash, do you have an action you want to take as well?
He'll just do a circuit on top of the roof and then come flying down and join his friend.
All right. So, yeah, every single one of those. I guess what you've managed to take out everyone who was armed here. People are screaming. They're all running away right now. What do you guys wish to do next?
I think we should hurry into the museum. Guess there's someone at work there already.
Would you both give us a notice check, please?
Okay.
Okay. Nice. So you say you both stop and kind of look at one another and say, did you hear something growling? And that is when 3 creatures burst through the gates of this. They're about the size of a good-sized delivery truck. And this is what they look like.
Nice.
Let me put them down on the table here. On the table, on you know what I mean. All right, and there we go. They smash through the front, and you need not make any check here, Hawkman. You know Karkul's sorcery at work when you see it. So these things come out and they all, their mouth opens up in this strange, like fitted kind of way. They roar, and it looks as if they're going to start trundling off into the city. You need not make any roll as well to figure out this is clearly the distraction.
Yeah, we need to stop them anyways, don't we?
Well, you can let some people get eaten. It's not your city. I mean, that's Flash's problem, isn't it?
No.
Nice. All right, hold on. I'm just going to find some stats for these guys. Let's see here. Where's my demon dog stats here? Let's use. So one thing I love about Savage Worlds is there's so many books out for it in so many different settings. It's very easy to just like, let's use this and reskin it. Okay, so. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. All right, let's draw some cards. Let me make sure this thing has no edges. Does not. So, Flash. Ooh, that ain't good. Let's get you your replacement. 5. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I did not shuffle. You got a Joker last time. So, let me reshuffle. Here you go. Flash. King Conan. Love it. Hawkman, 10. And Demon Dogs, only a 5. Oh, hold on, I got my bennies right. Let's see here. Get my bennies out. So, there's 2 players. I have 2 bennies. All right. Then. I'm not spending bennies to replace that. So, unless you guys are spending any, we are going up to Flash first. What are you doing, Flash?
Yeah, I'm gonna run rings around these things.
Okay.
So this first one, again, I'm going to do 3 attacks.
Okay.
And I will do the wilds, so it'd be just normal rolls.
Okay.
So I'm going to come in and attack this first one.
That is a miss. You want to Benny that?
I will, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for a reroll. Was it worse? Okay.
Okay, well, first one's a miss. Second one?
Yep, I shall attack again.
I like you're moving the token.
Got to keep moving around.
It would be a real struggle to not go boom as you're doing that in person, too.
A 5.
5 is still not good enough.
Oh, man. Right. And he's going to try a third time.
Okay. God
Wow,
dang. These things are just, I think it speaks more to you trying to be self-preserving than it is that these things are just so agile. Do you want to Benny that last one, or are you going to sit in that Benny?
I'm going to sit with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it is Hawkman's turn. Hawkman, what are you doing?
I think I'm a little bit overconfident. I would jump, so fly between the two of them.
Okay.
And try to hit the first one.
Go right ahead.
And maybe spare a die for the second one.
You got it. So let's see here. Come on. Mace to the face. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll the re-roll just to see what the skill dice is. See if you get a raise.
No.
Okay. So that is a hit, not a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 20.
20. So you hit the side of this thing. It is shaken. There we go. So we use the skull bones to the side. So this thing shatters to the side, but it's not injured.
Oh.
These things seem to be made out of some kind of like a mixture of flesh and magma of some kind. Did you have only one attack, or did you have 2 this round?
No, I have 2. Yeah, I would just yeah.
Are you wild striking?
Yeah, I should do. Yeah.
Okay.
So that makes sense. Yeah. So I would just try to hit.
Sure.
The lower one
It's shaken now,
it's-
so at least if you get a second shaken result.
Yeah.
Okay. So frenzy again. Let me double check on frenzy. I'm seeing that a lot. So spare us a comment later point saying you can't use frenzy more than once around. That's what every comment I read that is rules lawyering. That's the voice I have in my head for it. Any one of his fighting attacks for the turn. Okay, so
it's only once.
Only once.
Yeah. But I would.
That is a hit, though.
Yeah.
What do you think? You want to use your conviction?
No, I'm just thinking of trying to get a Bernie for a raise, but I just roll damage. Let's see.
Okay, let's see how you do. So, boom, that second one.
It's only 19.
Okay, and on this one, so it has suffered a wound, but is not down yet.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity to talk about some very cool rules introduced in Savage Pathfinder that allow you to have some gradations on minions. So there's not just extras go down in one wound, some because of the size, some because of the toughness. They might take 2.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wham, 2 massive hits on these things. And like these hits, they would disable a car engine. That's how hard you hit. Now, you could stay there or you can move afterwards if you'd like.
Yeah, poor flesh. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I could just.
The thing is, you don't have
here.
extraction, I don't think.
Yeah, okay, that's also a good idea.
But
no, I think,
let me give you one more option. Sorry to interrupt, Ingolf, but let me tell you one more option. Because we're playing with that, whatever it is, the hero, one of the rules options, you can spend a Benny and get a combat edge that you qualify for the rest of the scene. So you could get extraction if you need to be able to be going in and out.
I think that would be nice, yeah. Come on, let's do that.
All right. I'm going to double check.
And then I would just... fly over here. I mean, movement and say, "Catch me!" So
nice. All right. Then I'm checking here. One round, not one scene. It's called High Adventure. That's the
Okay,
but still, that's it.
Yeah,
spares you two
enough,
big dog mouths. All right, then it is these things' turn. All right, so we got. Let's see. They are not. Well, I will always tell you when they are wild cards. So these are not wild cards. But the first one, let's see here. Ooh. It is going to wild strike you, Flash. It's going to try and chomp you. It has -8 to hit, though, because of your speed. What's your parry?
Is it only -6 at the moment? Because I did wild strike.
Wild strike makes you vulnerable, which is -2. So if you've got normally a -10 to hit, it would only be -8.
Oh no, I've only got -8 in melee. I've got -10 range.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is only -6. All right, Let's see here. This is... Ooh, I got 1 exploding dice. But that's a 12. So with -6, what's your parry?
My parry is 7.
Holy shit! So this thing snaps at you, and again, it sort of like opens up, and when its maw opens up, there's like the sound of a roaring blast furnace in there, and it kind of tries to get you. That second one, whew, you have to hold onto your hat to get out of the way. The injured one is going to have to unshake. So let's see here. I'll roll. Oh, it's not a very good spirit. Let's see. Well, I'll roll and then I'll decide if I want to spend a Benny. Okay, unshakes. So kind of after getting hit twice, Hawkman, it kind of shakes its thing like some kind of demonic bulldog. It will then start capering forward. I'll run. Okay, it's not great. Smashing that marble bench that's sitting, or at least stone bench that's in front of there, and then it's going to hurl something at you. Actually, it may look like a dog, but it might be a cat because it's hurling a magma ball at you. It kind of and hurls this thing up. It's shooting. Oh, it'll be athletics. Okay, is. All right, and I am at the medium range, -2. So I got -6 to hit you. I need a 10. Doesn't even come close. So it unleashes at you, and you see there this. It's a ball of magma about the size of your chest, goes flying past and hits the ground, burning into the what do you call it? Into the pavement. The last one is going to it's going to run as well, and ran a little faster, and it's just going to set fire to some of these trees. So it unleashes, and there's now this row of trees right here is all on fire. And there are screaming civilians who are trying to get out of the way.
No, that.
So no one gets. Let's see if anyone gets hit. Actually. Oh, it's an exploding dice. Oh shit! All right, so maybe there is a stalwart member of the Keystone PD who is got his gun out, brings it up to try and stop these guys, and the damage for that is a lot. Okay, and I got a raise. It's actually not a lot. So let's. I don't know if do I have a police token? Let's see here. I do. Oh. Look at this. Stop right there, dog. So there's my KPD officer. He gets scorched pretty badly. He is shaken, but he's actually not killed by this thing. He only got grazed by it. It may be someone that you know, Flash. That brings us to the end of round 1, guys. We're on to round 2. Oops, wrong thing here. Flash. Get Jack. Nice. Hawkman. Joker again.
Joker again.
Everyone gets a Benny, and you get +2 to your attack and damage this round. And the critters are on a 3 again. All right. Then it is, unless anyone is spending bennies, I'm guessing not. Hawkman, you're up. Oh, do you want to go first, or?
Yes, I want to go first. Yeah.
The look in your face is great. Yes, you dummy. Of course I want to go.
The only thing I was going to say, Ingolf, is I was thinking about assisting you this round, so I'd probably have to go first if I was going to do that, just so you do more damage.
Yeah, one reminder. So there's not only is there a in the supers game, there is a damage equivalent of a support action. You can support, which gives you +1 to hit on a success, +2 on a raise. It's +2 damage on a what do you call it? It's cooperation, I think it's called in supers. +2 damage on a success, +4 damage on a raise.
Yeah, because they're pretty tough. I'm just thinking maybe we could combine them.
Yeah, I just need to hit better. You watch and learn.
Well, there is a civilian now as well too. There is that officer is about to be consumed.
Yeah, just take care of the one above. Occupy it. I would. Yeah. So I would suppose I could take out the two of those here. So I would like to do 3 attacks.
Okay. So be
2
minus...
to the 1. Yeah.
Oh, so you get +2, so it'll be -2 for each attack.
Yes, and wild attacks. And I would do 2 attacks to the one below here.
Okay.
And the last attack to the one, to the middle one.
The other one, okay. So why don't we'll do Frenzy on the first one. So just roll an attack twice. And we know you got and -2 to hit. And you've got a second attack coming as well, too. So that's a mess. But let's see how the other skill dice does. Yes, hit with a raise. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to roll damage from that one?
Oh, that is...
no.
Actually...
You want to spend a Benny to reroll?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I think I should do that.
Okay.
Come on.
There you go. All right. Where's my conversion thing? One of my favorite things they do this is in the Savage Pathfinder box set and in the Suede box set, is bookmarks that have handy little calculations on it for things. So these things have a toughness. Okay. That is 1, 2. That is 3 wounds. I have to spend a Benny and try and soak those. So I'm down to 1 Benny. And let's see here. Because otherwise these things are going to go down. All right. So let's see here. 3 wounds. I rolled a single success is 2 wounds. That is still not enough to be around. So Hawkman, what does it look like as you swing in, bash this thing with your mace, and then knock it unconscious?
I think I just hit it straight in through the head. No fancy thing, just
boom. All right. So that is one of your 3 actions. Go ahead with your second
attack. So let's go here.
And you know what I forgot is that you got +2 to damage because you're Joker.
Yeah.
Okay. So you fly over to that one.
Okay. So let's see how this works. Oh.
So that that is good enough to hit, not a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, okay. So maybe it's enough damage too. So I get +2.
Yeah.
16.
That is... It bounces off of its hide. You could spend a Benny and re-roll if you like.
Yeah, I still have my 3rd attack, and I would just try...
Try your 3rd attack first, okay?
Yes, yeah.
Go right ahead.
So let's see.
That is a hit, not a raise.
So this would be 10 because it's plus. No, +2 is already in there. So yeah.
Oh, and actually, that doesn't look like you included the -2 in that.
Yeah, because of the wild attack. So.
Oh, wild strike. Oh, forgive me. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. So that's a hit, not a raise. Go roll damage.
Yeah. Let's see. So this must be something here. Come on.
Oh! You want to Benny that?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on here. Yes,
There
this is
you
much
go.
better.
Does that include the +2, or is it 25? It does include
Yes,
+2.
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
23. Let's see here. That would be 1 hit and 1 raise. I got to spend my second Benny. Try and soak that wound, because otherwise this critter's going down too. Let's see. Success, not a raise. So you hit this thing again, but this seems to be the leader of the pack. Then I think that's it. So yeah, you managed to brain that one. That cop who thought he was going to die is, I think, suddenly shocked to see that one down. Next up will be the Flash. What are you doing, Flash?
Okay, he's got an additional action, so he's gonna run over and just basically pick up this policeman.
Yep.
Sort of run him down to this corner, drop him off, and then run back in to help.
Yep, you definitely can do that. That's amazing. So he sees Hawkman bring this thing, and then he's suddenly like, how did I get here?
And then he's gonna have 2 attacks this time. Is he gonna wild strike? I mean, that's no penalty, is it? Because he's super quick.
Yeah, you're not taking the penalty. What the wild strike will do is +2 to hit.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do wild strike with 2 attacks.
Okay, so you'll get two attacks at your normal penalty. That's a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep.
Knuckle sandwich. Oh, with the raise, it's shaken.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I'll do my second one.
Come on. Hit with a raise again.
One.
It's not enough. Oh, it's AP 1. So it is where's that AP coming from for your attack? The reason I ask is because armor piercing for superpowers comes in blocks of 2. So see if that slipped in there by accident.
Oh, yeah. That shouldn't be there.
No, okay. It's because it costs you 1 point to get 2 points of AP in when you're building powers. All right, so that is unfortunate. You could spend a Benny and re-roll that.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll the damage.
Okay.
Let's try it. No.
So you hit this thing. You really rang its bell. But these things are freaking tough. All right, then it is Demon Dog's turn. All right, this one's going to lumber forward and try and get to you, Flash. Because you're Wild Strike, he's got -6 to hit you.
Yep.
Oh, actually, you know what he's going to do? Yeah, he's going to Wild Strike as well. So this is -4 to hit you. Your parry's a 7.
Yep.
I need an 11 to hit you. Let's see. That 2 will not do it. So it's snaps at you. The second one needs to unshake first. Let's see. Does unshake. And then it will. I think Hawkman. It doesn't like you.
Yeah, come at me. Come on.
I think do you flew? So what's my penalty to hit you?
I think it's 14 in total. So it's -4 and parry is 10.
Okay, and you wild strike. You did wild strike, so it'll be minus.
Oh yeah, so it's only 12. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So I need 12. So I need a 10 because he's wild striking as well. That is a miss. So it snarls at you. Let me hit the reshuffle. And let's see what happens next. All right, so Flash, you have Ace, Hawkman, a Jack, and Demon Dogs 5. Not great. Anyone spending any bennies?
No.
Nada. Flash, you're first. What are you doing? These things are looming over you. You can feel the heat from it.
Yeah, I think again, I'm just going to have to just keep super punching it.
Yep.
I'm going to go for 2 attacks again. And I'll do the wild strike.
Okay. So Oh yeah, so that is that is a miss. You want to Benny that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 130. Everyone gets a Benny.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was going to say that was my last one, but I've got one left now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And number 2.
Okay, and second attack.
That is a hit. No raise. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Then it is Hawkman's turn. Reading Hawkman.
Is there something like a power attack where you could do 2+2 damage or something?
There is. I don't believe there is.
Aim strike or something like that?
No, there's a wild. There is a new attack that is added in Savage Pathfinder.
Yeah,
That
there was
is-
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me grab it back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, maybe to combine on it, but
Yeah.
to get the
Yeah,
extra
we
damage.
should definitely do on the last one. I think I could
That's
get
worth
one
looking up
out.
'cause, they've added it in their errata. It's part of the core game now, and in each of the new companions, they mention it as something that is part of the game now. They've also reworked Entangle once again, but okay. So that is, I think it's called a desperate attack.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah, it's the
that.
reverse. It's a bonus to hit, and you take a penalty to damage.
No, okay. No, I don't want to do that. No. No.
Really, you don't want to hit it even softer?
No.
But what you
Well,
can do is again, you could set up Flash for next turn. You could try and use Cooperation, and what that
Yeah.
does, you just make it. Let's see, is it an actual attack? Let's see here.
I think Hawkman does more damage, so I might do that for him next
Yeah.
turn, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I would just try to. So I think I'm going here, hitting the one below with my mace. I
Nice.
think I do 2 attacks, and so just a double strike. So
Okay.
this and
So it'll be minus
m-
minus 2, I guess, to your each attack.
-2. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get to frenzy from that first one. So go right ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if that works out.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Oh, hit the reroll. Let's see what the skill dice on the second one is with the -2. Ah.
Not bad either.
You want to Benny
I
that?
think I would. Yeah, Benny. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so reroll both. Okay, so that's at least a hit.
Better?
Hit the reroll.
Yeah,
See what
okay.
your second skill dice
yeah,
is.
yeah.
If you can get 2 hits out of this. No. All right. So you got a single hit, no raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here.
Okay.
It's 22.
22 is enough to shake it. Okay. No, 22 is enough to shake it and cause that second wound. So, oh yeah, and cause a second wound. They have I can't remember what it's called, but there's an ability where they can't be shaken by they don't take a wound from a second shaken result because they're so big and tough. But this is enough. What does it look like as you take this one down?
Yeah, I think now I think I hit him 3 times already, but this one is just like no.
There's bits of chunks of, well, maybe it's magma, maybe it's flesh are coming off of this thing with the furious connection of your mace, and finally it goes down. The other one roars at you.
Yeah, and this one is, so then this is the second attack.
Yep.
And I'm trying to, I mean, come on now. This has to work.
Come on.
This is
hit with a
rigorous,
raise.
yes.
Love it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
Oh, that's enough to shake it,
This
though.
is-
Do you want to Benny that, or you?
Yes, come on. This
Okay.
is so ludicrous. I just... That's
There
better.
you go. All right, so that is, it's enough to do 2 wounds on it. I don't have any bennies. So what does it look like as you take this last one down in a single, powerful strike?
Yeah, I've learned the trick. You have to hit it from below. So I'm hitting from.
Awesome. All right. And with that, they go down. Holy smoke. So 3 of these demon dogs down. Guys, with those things defeated, what do you do next?
I think Flash will just do some silly sort of running around these trees, just putting out the fire, just creating some sort of whirlwind that sort of sucks the oxygen out temporarily and puts out the fire.
Yeah. Okay. And in the, I mean, 5 seconds or so that takes Flash to put out the fire, I would just watch into the windows here if I see something suspicious before we enter.
All right. So why don't you give us a notice check, please?
Mm-hmm. Oh, certainly.
Oh, the raise. So you can see that, I think through, let me think here. What would you, oh, you got your eagle eye thing as well too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
+2 to your viewing thing. I think what you see is someone steps out, looks over at you, and then, so there are people in there that looks like they're trying to bundle something up, slams the door shut, and you hear there's a low rumble from within. Let me see what, where is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then, what do you guys do next? So you stop back. Flash, you sort of stop for a second long enough for people to see, or for Hawkman to see you. Hawkman, what do you say?
So they're packing something up in the inside. Maybe you could run around and see whether they have some kind of car or something.
I'll do a lap of the building down the sort of alleyways and that, and see if they got some sort of vehicle.
Sure. I want you to give us a notice check, please. No modifiers.
Okay.
So you can picture that, like, this is a, street in Keystone City, 1940, whatever, 1941, 1942, 1941 probably, I guess. There's people who are trying to load things in the car, and then their hat gets blown off as you go zipping past. There's guys, who are maybe there's someone who's backing up into things, about to hit a push cart that someone has set up in there. So you sort of stop for a second and move the push cart out of the way, carry on. You look around the entire thing, and as far as you can tell, nothing is an obvious, like, as a superhero, you've got an eye for getaway drivers, right? And as far as you can tell, there's no getaway drivers involved here.
Okay. Yep, I'll report back. No vehicle that I can see. So
then the direct approach strategy, we fly in and smash them up.
Is it just one big sort of warehouse room?
You can picture, like, like marble or stone walled museum kind of thing. So there's probably big exhibit halls in there. Where he is a little further back in the main area. Whatever the attractions for the treasures of Akkad were, that seems to be what has drawn Karkul's interest.
Okay, well, let's go and check it out. I'll go first and do a quick tour around the building as you come in.
Okay.
See
if there's any extra threats that we're not aware of.
Are you guys coming in together? Are you splitting up?
Well, I'll go in first, and obviously I'll be traveling faster, so I'm going to just do a tour of the ground floor.
Maybe I just open the door and Flash moves through and zips through.
Okay. So Flash, what you... Ooh. Let's do this. Flash, would you give us a notice check at -2?
Okay.
Nice. Oof. With a raise. So you're zipping in, and one of the things, Keystone City is known to be the home of the Flash. So if you're an aspiring super criminal and you decide you want to do something there, you often want to have a contingency in mind for a lightspeed superhero who may be causing you problems. So you know that. And as you're racing in, you sort of like this would be the Zack Snyder slow motion thing of you racing along, and you see that there seems to be a number of pressure sensors that are set around in here with wires that are running back to that central room. Do you have repair? I can't remember or not.
No, he hasn't.
Let's see, what do you have? Oh, you do have science though. So, because it's going to be science, not repair, you can give us a science at -2.
Okay. -2. Ooh. I shall re-roll that. Yeah, I got to re-roll it. I'm not saying it's going to be any better, but we'll give it a go. Nope.
So you can't tell. I mean, apart from whatever you as a player might infer from that, you can't tell precisely what they are. So you're racing and you can either come to a dead stop or you can try and like dance over these things and avoid the things you've noticed.
I'm gonna come straight back out and just highlight the fact to Hawk.
So what do you say?
Are they all at ground level? For like tripping up.
So let's put ourselves in the scene here. So you sort of, Hawkman, you throw the door open, or the door's been left open as Flash goes zipping in. You're about to fly in there to, cause some problems for Mr. Carcole, or Herr Carcole, I guess. And then suddenly, Flash is right in front of you once again.
Yep. There's a number of pressure pads and tripwires. But I assume they're all at ground level. So if you fly in, you should be okay. But I may have to take a bit more of a cautious approach.
Just come through the roof?
I mean, I could try a different entrance. I could try and come in through the back door, or...
I mean, the guys on the roof, they came through some kind of door, maybe?
Most definitely.
No?
The wires also, the wiring from it seems to all go back or lead back to that central room. One thing you did not notice, Hawkman, when you looked before, where's all the staff?
Yeah, I think they are in the room with the bomb, maybe. So let's just do the following. I mean, when I fly in from here, I'm going to smash one of the windows maybe, and then not hit the ground, and you can just come in from the roof and see if there is also these kinds of sensors.
Yeah, I can give it a try. So yeah, I'll whiz up onto the roof.
Okay, give us an athletics check.
Yeah.
Please. Yep. Okay. So you race up, and what are you're looking for?
Looking for a doorway down off of the roof.
Yeah.
Down the stairs. I'm looking for the easiest route to this main room.
Sure. Give us
I'm looking for these pressure pads and such.
Absolutely. So because you're looking for it, no penalty this time. Just give us a notice check.
Okay.
And remember, you guys are both sitting on your conviction as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So now that you know to look for it, it's not in the top floor, but when you head down, you can tell that the door that would lead out from here, there's some kind of wiring that's set up in that as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably backtrack then and follow Hawkman in. I think
So
he's
you
already
fly back
started
up?
flying.
There probably is like there's not in the central display area because those things would be light sensitive, but I'm picturing maybe there's a garden area or like a lunch area with a nice little skylight over it, so you could smash your way or somehow break your way in through that. So you fly back, or you come racing back to Hawkman again. What do you tell him?
Yeah, there's booby traps everywhere around that main room. All entrances covered.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Come on, let's go in. I mean, I'm so strong. Can I just fly in with him?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like that's you. What's your strength dice?
It's 10.
Yeah, like 10 is a D12 in Savage Worlds is like stronger than any. That's as strong as normal humans can get. A D10 is like any given bodybuilder or power lifter or whatnot. So like you absolutely, without making a roll, can carry him up if you like.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there is maybe some windows in the so that we can fly in. Just
I mean, you're going to want to break them because
yes.
Flash is not particularly. He's not as durable as you are. So let me open the windows. Yeah, toss Flash in.
He can't be such a weak person, can he? I mean. Yeah. Maybe he's weaker than I thought he would be.
Well, I mean, if there are wires heading back to the main room, what do you make of that? What is the likely? This is not either of your first time to the supervillain rodeo.
Yeah. So someone will be watching, and someone will be using this as kind of a trap for us. I mean, that's obvious, but I don't think that we can skip getting in there, because I suspect.
Each give us a common knowledge check.
Yeah.
We're going to refer to the supervillain playbook here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a raise for Hawkman. Supervillain playbook. One of the things that you were looking for, the reason you're looking for staff in there, supervillain playbook, page 63, is grab the people who are there, tie them up with explosives or whatever kind of deadly trap that's going to be in there. So if you assume that that's where these wires lead, how do you guys want to account for that? I mean, you do have a super fast person in there too. So is it you're going to try and trust that Flash can save these people in the interim, or what?
Yeah, I think that Flash can disable this device. I mean, just we have to get him in there.
I was going to say, if you can fly me over the booby traps and pressure pads, and get me in the room, then I'll hopefully be able to collect up the people before the bomb would go off, or even if I can disarm it, possibly. But
so disarming it would be a repair check. Yeah, something to do with. Are you trained in that at all?
No. So I'd have to go.
You reminded me of one of my absolute favorite little moments from the J.M. DeMatteis run on Spider-Man. It's when, for a brief time, Sandman was trying to be a hero, and he breaks into a tank and like tosses the guy out. He's like, "All right, now I'm going to use this thing against the." He's like, "What am I talking about? I can't even drive stick." And then got out of there and went back to fight. Fucking loved it.
So I'm gonna just use pure speed to like just get them out before the bomb goes off.
Okay. Okay.
That's the plan. I don't know how many people are in there yet. That's the only problem.
All right. So you're gonna burst in and deal with whatever's in there, and then
fly me over the pressure pads and that, so at least we get into the main room first.
Yeah, I think I could just use my mace to smash in the window with the mace, clear it a little bit up, and then fly us through. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you could even, let's see, why don't you give us a strength check, Hawkman, at let's say -1. Yeah. Ooh. So you get up there, and there's a reason that Hawkman goes around wearing just some straps across him. Is because you get to see every one of those muscles rippling as he wrenches this thing off. Carter may be an archaeologist, but that dude lifts. So he tosses aside. You actually pulled one of the panels off, Hawkman, of this of the dome that's on top. So you're not going to there's no like tinkling of glass hitting the floor or anything like that.
Yeah. So let's go in here.
Now, if you guys are going to try and be quiet, one of the things that Hawkman does have is that those fucking flapping wings do make some sound. So, Hawkman, why don't you give us a stealth check at... Okay, I'm going to take it one step back. Something I realized about Savage Worlds, because I went back and read it, that I love. If someone is listening, there is a contested roll of notice versus whatever else. If someone isn't listening, it's just your skill.
Yeah. So I'm sitting on my conviction. I have 2 points of conviction. Is it true?
Well, 1 point. You can only have one point.
Yeah, one. Yeah.
The way conviction works,
yes.
you get to roll 1d6, and after you see the roll, you can then roll 1d6 and add it to the result.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's use this. So I'm just doing the stealth roll.
No, again, you don't need to do that first. Remember, like, dice can explode and all this other stuff. Yeah. So why don't you give us and a crit fail is a crit fail. So why don't you give us a stealth check at, I don't think any modifier right now.
Okay. So this is a 7.
Now, you happy with that?
So the 6 gets added or used instead?
The way conviction works is if you're using your conviction, you then roll 1d6 and you add that to the result. And that can explode as well. So 1d6 exclamation.
Yes. Yeah, let's do that. Come on.
Hell yeah. So give us a 1d6 exclamation mark roll, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it didn't explode. So
didn't explode anyway. So a 9 is that's great. So why don't you tell us what do we see as the two of you drift down into here and position yourself near the doors?
Yeah, so I think I could just, I'm standing on the window now. I can just jump and then glide. I don't have to flap the wings, so it's no sound.
Jay, you or Flash, you are carried down, and you guys land without making any sound. Now, picture this place having the cardinal directions as entrances. There's probably 4 doors in here. You seem to have been placed, or you seem to have got to the doors without having triggered any of the traps, but you can definitely see there's at any one of the doors that you happen to stop at, there's 4 wires going underneath the door. So clearly things are set up here. Now, as an archaeologist, Hawkman, does it concern you that what also might be trapped in here are priceless and irreplaceable artifacts?
Yeah, that's even. No, I won't say even, but it is at least as concerning as all the human carnage we would expect. So,
do you have any plan in place for dealing with that contingency?
Not at all, because I trust my buddy Jay to just dismantle all kinds of explosives.
Okay. Now, as a reminder, one of the things that's very cool about the game is if you want to try something neat that fits within the context of what your powers could do but aren't on your character sheet, you can spend a Benny to re-spend the points up to the power, so basically up to 10 points for your power level to do something different with your powers. What that might be, I don't know, but this is the way that, Spider-Man making a shield with his webs or whatever sort of on the fly kind of thing. Anything that makes sense in the context of your power. So for instance, Flash, if you wanted to say, do that thing that modern Flash does and vibrate your molecules so you can move through shit, that would be spending a Benny to get intangible with your powers. So, now I'm not saying that you need to do that, but there's 2 reasons I have for explaining that. For one, I know Hawkman is sitting on his bennies and does not have a clear plan in mind for what he wanted to do to try and save people or things. And the second reason is to stall, because it's almost 2 o'clock now. Now you guys both get a Benny.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
what I was considering, was using a Benny to go supersonic, and basically go in, grab the bomb, get out into this. Well, get as far as I could to a clear area and just drop it, basically.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to get all the people out one at a time and all the artifacts, but I don't know that until I go in the room. But
your speed is currently what, 13 or 15?
15.
15. Okay. So the other thing you can do with the Benny, you can respend the points to stunt your powers. The other thing you do is push your powers, and that's where you add 5 points to it. That would push you to light speed. So I think that definitely is. If I'm going to make an athletics check to grab all the things in in one turn, and it might be an athletics check at -2, just because you're doing That's a lot of bombs you're grabbing at once. But if you're spending that Benny to cue that power, you absolutely could do that. In the film version, we'd see the power going through the wires as it goes up, as you grab them all. And in fact, if you get them all the way from the wires, if you beat the power going through there, it may not actually detonate, depending on how successful you are. So,
yeah, if I disconnect it from all the wires in time, I suppose, it might not.
Yeah, you might beat if you're moving faster than light, you actually might beat the pulse of electricity that's going through to trigger these things. Now, what about you, Hawkman? Any plans? And here's an example of what you could do. If you can come up with a narrative reason for helping him with it, that might be a support role you could do.
Yeah. I was thinking. So I don't know. Is this version of Hawkman, is this nth metal? Is this?
It is. Yeah, Hawkman is so nebulous that this is the Golden Age version. So like your wings are made of nth metal. Your weapons are not. It's just you use traditional things. But if you want to go nuts, Hawkman's continuity is so fuzzy.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking that maybe I could use this kind of as cutting the wires, so insulating some things, just trying to get Flash a little bit more time.
Yeah. So, what are you thinking? Like he's kind of flying through there and using his wings, or is there some other? Sure.
Yeah. I think that the wings would be nice.
So why don't we do this? We'll treat yours as a support role of athletics, and then if you're successful, it'll add whatever you get from that. So.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
Let's see how it goes. Go. So athletics, come on, big money.
Oh,
+2. So you're making an athletics check with no modifier, Flash. Look at that! Holy smokes! So why don't you give us? I think with that, you've not only they're not even going to go off. If you grab them and race down to whatever river is running through Keystone City and toss them all in there, there's going to be no dull thud going off. So I'll leave it to you to describe. Tell us what happens as it. And there are 4 civilians who are all in here too, tied up to bombs. By the by.
Oh, there's 4. Okay. So there's 4 sets of explosives.
There's 8 sets of explosives because there's the 4 on them, and then there are 4 big statues that were brought as part of the exhibit with the obsidian mirror, and all of those have bombs on them too. Okay.
So where he is outside at the moment, he literally takes a run up, which no one's ever seen the Flash do before.
Yeah.
Hawkman's got the door, and it's like Back to the Future or something like that. You see the flame marks as he's running down the grass, leaving singe marks. He comes into the building. If he was watching it, in a TV show or something, you'd see him in slow motion, and he'd be just checking the room as he's going round, so he knows exactly where everything is. Picks it up, goes to the next one, picks it up. The people inside just see, not even a blur. It's just they can't make out what it was. It's just a wind blast almost, and they just bits of paper flying up. He's got them all in his hands, not knowing if he's been quick enough, and he just flies down to the dock or the riverside and just dumps everything in there, and then straight back to where Hawkman's already flown in, I assume.
Yes. All right. So for a couple things. First off, that is an extremely heroic thing to do, saving those civilians. So Hawkman, you get your conviction back. You cannot have conviction twice. So Flash, instead, you get a Benny.
Cool.
So now as you kind of screech to a halt in here, and Hawkman, you've assisted with knocking shit over. All the artifacts were saved. All the people were saved. But that dull thwomp that you heard before appears to be the floor. They have blown a hole in the floor and down to the sewers beneath. And that appears to be how they are making their escape. So first the people are kind of like, and it's like, 2 security guards dressed up in that elaborate kind of like 40s security guard where they look very much like cops kind of way. And there's 2 young women who are, maybe there's one young woman and there's one like a fellow archaeologist, who's in there too. It may even be someone from, from your professional capacity, Hawkman. You don't need to make a roll for it, Flash. You just kind of, and all of them are untied.
Okay.
The guy, as he gets up, he kind of, fixes his glasses and Flash, Hawkman, he took the mirror. He called something from it.
Okay.
And I'll just point. They went that way?
They did, but there's some kind of... Those awful dogs. They followed with him.
Yeah. Okay. We dealt with them.
No. Some he sent out. There's more down there.
Okay.
You can kind of almost in support of that year that echoes through the sewers.
Yeah. Hawkman knows how to deal with them.
Okay.
Now, outside, find a policeman. They'll help you.
Okay, so they all get and head out. The doors are able to be opened. What do you guys do next?
Well, we've got to give chase, surely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go through the sewers.
Okay, so you follow through the sewers, and then that for the speed you guys are able to travel, it takes very little time for you to realize that they're actually not down there for that long until they break up and back onto the surface. They apparently had the wherewithal to place their getaway car a little further away. Let me just place a couple things here, guys, and then I'll put you down here. Okay, great job on saving the, what do you call it? The civilians, too. I wasn't looking forward to narrating them all being blown to bits in slow motion. Okay, here we go. And let me see here. Oh, wrong thing. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. If it drops down. Where is it here? Come on. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So tell me how you approach this hole, because you can hear kind of there's screams and whatnot that are up there. If this is a getaway spot, they definitely were not being subtle with their getaway, because you hear screams of civilians and people running away. What is that? From off there. What you can see if you're moving through the sewers is that where there is a ladder going up, it's been smashed open as if something too large to pass through the small hole needed to make a larger aperture. What do you guys do?
So I'm not for being subtle, are you?
No, I mean, do you want to take us by flight? So
Yes.
we've got the advantage of the air.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you where you guys are, and then we'll talk about what you're going to do. Okay, so you go racing out, or flying out, soaring out, I suppose, in time to see this. You guys are right here. Now, on each of the corners, chewing on cars or barking after civilians, there are 3 more of those demon dogs. But you can see further down the block, there is a small host of what look to be tattered flying shadows. And you have faced stuff like this before with Karkul. Karkul's magics do seem to lend themselves to that kind of umbral and dark way, but this is something you've even more impressive than he has been capable of in past. It seems that obsidian mirror may be augmenting his already impressive powers. So here's what they're floating about 20 feet off the surface. The ground. So let's draw some cards and see what you guys are going to do. So we got Flash, Queen, Hawkman, 2. That's not great. Oh, and since we're kicking off this fight, let's give everyone a Benny, too. Let's live a little. Jack for the Demon Dogs, and a 9 for the Shadow Creatures. Yeah, anyone spending bennies?
Yes, me. I would like another card.
Okay, let's get you a Jack. How's that? And
that's great.
Hearts come before clubs, so you'll be acting before the Demon Dogs. Everyone else is good? Let's assume that you've also, like, you're kind of nape of the earth, so you can just let go of Flash so he can act this round. Okay.
Yeah.
So Flash, you're up first then. What are you doing?
There's no actual sight of the arch villain, as it were, with the mirror.
You could spend the turn trying to, like, to spot where he's gone.
I assume there's lots of civilians around here, though, isn't there?
There's a heck of a lot, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think his heroic sort of tendency is going to kick in, and he's going to have to deal with some of these first.
Okay.
I think these big dog things look the most dangerous, so he's going to rush over.
Okay.
Let's go for... We'll go wild swing in, 3 attacks. So I'll be on...
you can also feel free to... one of the neat things with... I'm not saying you need to do this, but it's because it's a super hero thing too. Remember, you can do other inventive shit with the environment too. That's try and play to strength of things. Like, these things did seem to be some kind of dog, whatever type thing. If you want to try and weaken them, for instance, you might pop open a fire hydrant or, drive a fire truck into them or something like that.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to do that, but just...
Yeah, he's not super strong, so he's not going to try and throw anything or pick anything up. But he could do a lap round and hit all the fire hydrants nearby, because they're definitely fire creatures.
Yeah.
So they've got magma and stuff.
So let's do this. Here's how the way I'll interpret that is, why don't you give us an athletics check? And if you're successful, then all of them will get... this is a test. They would be resisted with their agility. Their agility is not great. If they fail, they would they would be vulnerable. So they would be +2 to be hit. Or on a raise, they would all be shaken by it. How's that sound? Yeah,
sounds good.
Okay. Holy shit. So yeah, with a raise. Let me roll their resistance here. Their agility is not...
No.
Oh, that was your last roll?
Yeah, that was my last one, I think. Yeah.
Go right ahead. Oh, no!
Jesus Christ.
All right, so you go racing over to the thing, and I think that maybe what happens is you did not realize that there was one of these shadows that was lurking in the corner of it, and they kind of rise up as you're trying to get to the first one, and you're like, whoa! And spin to the side, and then kind of tumble to the ground. I'm just going to put you prone over here. Ugh. All right, then it is Hawkman's turn. Reading Hawkman.
Can I use my additional action just to get back on my feet?
So what the additional action, it's not technically an extra action. It means you could take a multi... You don't take a multi-action penalty.
Oh, okay.
You need to declare your multi-action at the start of your turn, because you would technically take the modifiers. But yeah, that's oof.
That's cool.
Okay. Hawkman, so you see Flash got bamboozled by... This is a trick that Karko's pulled on you before. What are you doing?
Let me put it this way. If I use a Benny to conjure up some mythical strength to strengthen my blows, to get some additional kind of, I don't know, arcane strength to get through their toughness, get some kind of armor piercing or something like that.
Yeah, here's what you can do. This is the way I haven't seen it in play yet, but this is the way I've sort of thought of it, is that what I would allow is, if you want to push your melee attack, if you put what do you call it? If you dump the 5 points into there, 5 points in most, what do you have? Is it 2d6 for your melee attack?
Yeah. Okay. And yeah.
So I mentioned this earlier, but every point you put into a melee attack gives you 2 points of armor piercing. Now, armor piercing only goes so far, because it only counts against armor, not against toughness. But yours is 2d6 so far. You could get 6 points of armor piercing and 1 extra dice of damage by pushing it for 1 round and just...
Yes.
You want to do that?
I would do that, yes.
Okay. And is it the one that is nearest where the flash has fallen?
Yeah, let's get one of those.
It. All right, so... Oh, and if you really want to be heroic, I suppose you'd position yourself in the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. And remember, roll twice because you get that frenzy dice as well.
Yes, and if it's supposed to be okay, I would like to frenzy this one here.
That's what I'm saying. Is that frenzy? Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can apply it 2 against the same target too. So you could boom 1, boom 2. You could do damage twice, and your pushing lasts for your entire turn.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. But then I would do at least 2 attacks so that I could.
So you wanted to be able to take out that little one as well?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is the minor target.
Let's roll your frenzy attack, and then we'll see where you are for it. Hold on. Wait, no, you're right, because you have to do the multi attack beforehand. Do you want to do multi attack before?
Yes.
Okay, definitely. Okay, so then go ahead. This will be at -2, unless you wild strike, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would wild strike. Okay. Come on, let's.
Give us your first roll. No modifiers here.
Not holding back the punches anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that is a hit, not a raise, but re-roll. Yeah. Let's see if you can get that raise out of that second one.
Nope.
So you got a minimum of 2 hits with that first one. Why don't you roll damage on the big guy, and then roll you can either go in and modify your thing to do an extra dice of damage, or you can just roll a d6 exploding afterwards.
Yeah, I think I would roll a d6 exploding afterwards.
So go ahead and roll damage first here. Boom, that's 21. And then roll 1d6 exclamation mark, please.
Yeah,
31. So what does it look like as, I don't have any bennies to soak this, what does it look like as you race in and take this first one out?
Yeah, I think I actually hit it in the back and break his back, so it's just...
Nice. See, splatter. Yeah, this thing just shatters. Then you have your second attack. You're going to try and get that critter?
Yes, this smaller one, so...
Yeah, go right ahead.
And there is no immediate danger to flash, and then we could get rid of the other ones, I think. So...
Okay.
No, that's maybe
that is 8. A hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's true.
And your thing, it's almost like it's reflecting the light of the sun shining above Keystone City. Yeah, so you tear through this thing, and that shadow is just torn to bits. It's like going through cheesecloth. All right. Then it is... I'll give you a Betty, too. That's a super heroic thing to have done. Then it is the Demon Dog's turn. So they are going to... only going to move, and then they are going to... Oh, actually, here's what I'm going to do. The one is going to try and shoot something at you, Hawkman. Mm-hmm. I have right now, you wild struck, so I got -2 to hit you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So -2. Let's see here. Oh, misses by 1. Hits that over. The other one, though, because of its strength, it grabs the bumper of a great big old Ford and launches it over towards you guys as an area attack. It hits the area. Here's what I need is, unless, Hawkman, you don't have evasion or anything, do you?
Nope.
No. And then, Flash, do you?
I've got improved dodge. I don't know if that...
Ooh, I don't, that's a good question.
I can't remember if that's...
Can't remember. I've got it marked in here. Give me a sec. Improved dodge.
+2
Plus
when
2 to
evading
evasion
area
totals.
effects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so here's what I need. An agility. This is going to incorporate the fact that you're prone, Flash. That's the only reason you're getting the -2. If you could each give us an agility check at -2. This is to get out of the range of this this car coming down on you. Anyone want a penny in their results?
Yes.
I think you both have conviction as well, too.
Yeah, I would just take the penny.
I think the
I'm gonna
rerolls.
reroll it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Hawkman is out of the way, and then Flash.
Yeah, I've just re-rolled.
No. Hawkman is not out of the way. Hawkman is hit still.
Oh, what?
Oh, I re-rolled the wrong one.
You're
That's what I'm saying.
I think I've re-rolled yours.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that. Okay, I'll try again.
You know what? Because you guys have access. All right, so Flash, you sort of like scramble, you boot scoot along the ground, and you get yourself out of the way. Hawkman, you want to spend some conviction, or spend?
Yes.
Okay, so give us a 1d6 exclamation mark. Beautiful. Look at that. So this thing tosses this car over. It gets down, but both of you manage to either duck or scoot out of the way of this thing. Then it is the hordes of shadows. So they, what's their flying rate? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna run with all of them. Okay, so I can move 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're all drifting down towards you guys. Go. Here you go. Typical Carkle. All right. They're all hurtling down towards you. We have 9 minutes left in the session. Let's see if you guys can defeat them. Flash. Joker, look at that! Everyone gets a Benny.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice.
Hawkman, 7, and the dogs, King, and
Wrong direction.
9 for the Shadow. So Hawkman,
Come on. I'd take another card just to make sure.
Ace! Look at that!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, so Flash, you're getting +2 to hit, so +2 to all your skill tests and +2 to damage, and you get to act whenever you want. Do you want to go first?
I am going to go first. What's the most attacks you can do in one round?
Well, it's just -2 for each subsequent action. So,
okay, so I'm gonna do wild swing, and I've got the +2.
Yep. So
I
that
could
squeezes you
do
4 attacks.
without a penalty. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 5 attacks at -2.
Okay.
And he's just gonna whiz around all these spirits.
The spirit things that you get them? Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna
so you got
hit as many as he
5
can.
attacks. Go ahead. Let me just turn to their parry. I think they're a little harder to hit than these big uns are.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Got it. Okay. You want Benny that?
Miss. Not yet. No, because I've got so many.
Okay. Well, you can't take them with you. We got 7 minutes left in the session.
I think I've only got 1, so I'm probably going to miss again. So
Okay.
I'll go for the second roll.
That one's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
One of them disappears. You have 3 more attacks.
Yep. So this is the third attack.
That's a miss.
I'll Benny that one.
Okay. Nice. That's a hit. Good roll damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've got one Benny left.
2 more attacks.
Okay. I shall attack 4 -2. I shall re-roll that one.
Benny that one. Okay.
Yeah. Last Benny.
No.
Nope.
One more attack.
And the last attack.
Nice. Hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah. All right. I'll actually let you take it one more out with that raise. Okay, so Flash leaps to his feet and takes out a bunch of these things. Then it is Hawkman's turn. What are you doing, Hawkman?
I'm flying over here
Yep.
and just doing my. Can I do the same thing again?
Heck yeah, you can. Yep. It's cost you another Benny.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little bit lame, I see, but yeah, come on.
Not at all.
So I would just hit him. I just twice. So a multi-attack, two attacks.
And then are you wild striking as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're offsetting that. So go ahead and give us 2 attacks. The first one was with a frenzy. Okay.
That's
So that's definitely a hit with a raise, and give us your reroll to see the skill dice. Okay, so skill dice ain't gonna help. So that's 1 hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. And then you're going to add 1d6 exclamation mark to that. So that's 20 so far.
Come on.
And 25. Let's see here. Is that enough? That's actually right on the button. And you've got your armor piercing, actually. So, yeah, no, that's even more. So you go racing over. One of these things is completely knocked. Like, you knock it up and over, and it lands still. You want to go over and try and take out that last one?
yeah.
Okay.
With the last attack, if I can manage to. Yeah.
There you go.
So let's hope for a lucky roll.
Come on. Oh, you have your conviction as well, still. So
No, I use that to get away. So
you use that to. Oh yes,
get
that's
away
right.
from
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
from the,
Got it. Right from that thing. That is a hit, not a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. We still are doing that extra d6 this round. Ew. You want to re-roll
so
that damage?
I can use a Benny to re-roll the damage, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, living on the edge. No Bennies left, but whatever.
Oh, hold on. Before you do that, roll the. Oh, never mind. I was saying roll the. Because if the d6 exploded, you could then take in that result or re-rolled.
Yeah.
So what do we see is you zip around and smash these 2 things down.
Yeah. They have this point at the back where they are literally. That's the most vulnerable point I've now
Nice.
found out.
All right, and then I'm going to check with my here because I get a gang up bonus. Then look at that. All right, so I get +3 to hit you, Flash. You're not suffering. You didn't wild strike, or did you wild strike?
I did, so I'll be on -6 normally.
Okay, so you're -6 normally. That means I get a
-3.
2. It's -6 to hit you in melee, or
So it's -8 with nothing,
Got it.
and then it goes down to -6 because of the wilds.
yeah, yep, okay, got it. So then I have -3. So I need a 10 to hit you with in melee. So let's see here. What do they have? Is it a D6 or a D8 to attack? Oh, D8. Uh-oh. 4. I just need a 10 out of this. There we go. Oh, that's 2 potential hits. That is 2 hits, 1 raise.
Ouch.
So, what happens is they seemingly pass into you, and you just feel a twisting and gnawing in your gut. Your strength dice. What is your strength normally? A D6?
D6, yeah.
Okay. It's with a raise. You're gonna want to soak this. Do you have a Benny left?
I've got conviction, but
Oh, unfortunately, you don't have a Benny though. So what happens is they get in there and they're all reaching into you. Your strength dice goes down to a D4, and then it goes down to a 0. So our final panel of our comic book is Hawkman taking these two things out, and you look over, and Flash has suddenly stumbled and fallen to his knees, and these things are reaching inside of him, and you know precisely what that is. They're feeding on his very life force. Will Hawkman be able to save him? We'll have to find out in our next issue. So that was awesome. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you so much. So I guess first off, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our impromptu Savage Supers, what did I say? Savage Squadron one-shot. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or, whatever, we've got a channel. You can leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to Savage Worlds, and this is where I've been posting all of these conversions over to Savage Worlds, this with the Superpowers Companion. We're not for pay or anything like that. You're free to grab whatever ones you like and make use of them as you like. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's a charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. We just had our most recent charity session, our most recent charity session as part of our year-long campaign called the Year of Ill Omens. Voting has opened for the next one. This is a year-long campaign that has elements that are shaped from the donors to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. If you donated $10 or more Canadian since January 1st, you'll be able to vote on the components of the next session. These are all going to connect over the entire year, and if you happen to donate $25 or more, then you get a chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. There is also a link down below to to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an amazing selection of new RPGs, sort of role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. They also, if you do make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code THEMUSE at checkout, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. If you happen to live in the continental United States, like none of us do, then you get a chance to also have some discounts on shipping as well. Shipping internationally is unfortunately what it is, but if you enter the code THEMUSE, you'll save yourself 10%. And if you're listening to this at another time, be sure to check back, and if the code might have changed, it changes every like 5 months or 4 months or something like that. Yeah, I'll also say that down below, we are going to be playing in 2 weeks' time a charity session in support of Owen K. Stevens, who is a prolific creator in the RPG community. Owen has been suffering from a number of health issues for a number of years, but he has received the unfortunate news that he has cancer right now, so he will be going through some cancer treatment in the future. We're going to be doing a fundraising session in support of him, but if you do want to help him out in any way, there's a link down below to his Ko-fi account and his Patreon account. You can also find his games under Rogue Genius Games. Owen, we talk a lot about the creators who have passed on, who we talk about in supportive ways, but this is a creator who has created a number of great things that we run on the channel, including the Starfinder RPG and the Star Wars Saga Edition game, D20 Modern I run on the channel that he has worked on as well. Tons of great stuff. This is someone who needs help right now, and the RPG community does not have the connection that comic community finally got together, where there is an organization that can help out people who are in dire straits. So if you are in a position to be able to help him out on a one-time basis, to support him on Patreon, whatever, pick up some of his stuff from Rogue Genius, all those links are down below. Feel free to do so. Last thing I will say is a huge thank you to Darren and Ingolf. We found ourselves, starting at a time we didn't expect, and down some players we weren't able to remember. I said, well, what do we want to play, guys? We ran through some options. This is our first time playing proper superheroes with superpowers, or using Superpowers Companion. Guys, I'll let you have your 2 cents in, but I think this might be my favorite superhero RPG right now. This is so much fun. It is so easy to throw together classic kind of superhero tropes. The combat felt extremely super heroic from the martial side of the screen. What did you guys think?
Yeah. I think it's a great combination. So sometimes Savage Worlds, I don't know, it seems, let me say, freaky in the roles, but here it is exactly how it should be. So it's just great. So,
Definitely agree. Yeah. I think like there are times where I find that Savage Worlds, because of the swinginess of the dice mechanics, it doesn't always fit with the fiction that I'm trying to go for it, and it can be, especially if there's a shortage of bennies or the dice are cold and my dice are hot, it can really be fucked up, but that feels appropriate for the setting so much. How about you, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, I've played it a few times with the Angel on the Saturdays, but yeah, I just love the range of powers and the skills that just seem to fit for the characters, you know, the actual heroes in the comics and on the screen. So they all tie in, and like you both said, you know, exploding dice and things, it just seems heroic. You know, things go wrong, like we just seen, but things can go really well as well, which we also just seen, you know, running around and grabbing bombs and etc. So it just seems to fit in, you know, when everything's up against you and you roll that dice and it just comes out with a result that you didn't expect and you wouldn't get in any other game.
Yeah. The Jokers too, like the using card for initiative is, I think, a very clever thing as well. But I can't think of another game that has that much like, oh yes, when you see the Joker come up for the players. Like it totally affects, it changes, like not changes the game in the sense, but like the tempo of the fight is suddenly affected by that. Everyone gets a new Benny, everyone gets that +2 to hit. So yeah, really, really love it. And the tactical options they have in the game, the power stunts and pushing powers too, fucking awesome. That felt super comic booky.
Yeah, and when to use the bennies, you know, some people don't like meta currencies and those sort of things, but again, it just seems right. It just fits in.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can just do something that you wouldn't be able to do and you just rewind and go again.
Yeah. No, it's great stuff. So if I can't, I've been working, like tinkering with making characters every day with the Superpowers Companion. I really cannot say enough good things about it. It's just a fucking one of my favorite RPG products ever now, and I love the way that this felt. I'd be definitely even interested in seeing what like some of the top tier superheroics would look like as well. Because like this is oh god, you guys were only power level 2. What am I talking about? It didn't like did these characters feel like power level 2? Like holy smokes. This is a 5, I should say, for those listening at home who may not be familiar with it. The range of the power levels go from 1 to 5. And this game, unlike other superhero RPGs, the points you use to get your powers and the things that make you superhuman, you spend those to make the character, and they do not change over the course of the campaign. Your character will develop the same way any superhero, any Savage Worlds character will, but your powers stay what they are. And even at power level 2, like you guys felt like fucking superhumans, superpowers, or superheroes. So anyway. With that, we'll bring this session. I'll leave you guys. Any closing thoughts on Savage Supers?
Yeah, it's worth playing. It's just worth playing. Just give it a try.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. We'll be playing it more on the Saturdays, so me and John love it. So
yeah, that's awesome. Great. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that we gave you a couple of hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and see the troubles our heroes are uncovering by the nefarious Herr Karkul in Keystone City. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.